What if I told you that tiny, not so expensive jar sitting in your cabinet can actually do more for your skin than a lot of other expensive skincare products? In this video, I'm going to share 7 skincare hacks that Vaseline can do to transform our skin. Hack number 1, slugging method for ultimate hydration. So basically, you would use Vaseline as the last step of your skincare routine, preferably in the night time. After cleansing, apply a hydrating serum on your face. Now, this is a serum which is rich in either glycerin, sodium hyaluronate, hyaluronic acid. Apply that on your face and then top it off with your regular moisturizer. And then finally, top everything off with Vaseline. So, Vaseline is your final last layer in that routine. The way this works is, Vaseline is 99% occlusive, meaning it acts like a protective seal over our skin. It doesn't add moisture. What it does is, it actually traps the moisture that's already there in our skin. So the hydrating serum that you added first is going to bring in a lot of hydration. The moisturizer, some amount of hydration. So all that moisture gets trapped in the skin so that there is no way for it to escape back into the atmosphere by this Vaseline. Why is this even important? Because the water loss from our skin, which is happening constantly, is one of the main reasons for our skin to get a bit dehydrated, dry, irritated and all that. So keeping that hydration in is always very healthy for the skin, and so doing something like this always helps. So who should do this? Anyone with dehydrated skin, or if you've got dry skin, or if you live in harsh climates and maybe it's winter and your skin is getting a bit more extra attacked because of the weather. So in those times as well, you would try and do something like this. So to keep all that hydration in. Hack number 2, use Vaseline to protect the delicate areas of the skin when you're using some strong skincare ingredients. These would be your retinoids, chemical peels or exfoliating acids. If your skin is already used to these kind of strong ingredients, then you don't have to actually use Vaseline. But if your skin is not, then Vaseline comes in very handy. So basically, around the mouth is where the skin can get superly irritated, or under your eyes. So you would apply some Vaseline around the mouth or under your eyes and then apply that strong skincare product on the rest of the face. The way it works is, Vaseline's molecules are too large. So they're just going to sit there and not let anything penetrate through it and reach the skin surface. The third hack is to use Vaseline for your lip treatment. The way it works is in a similar way to the first 2 hacks. It forms a protective seal on top of the lips, and a lot of studies have been done for its effectiveness as a good lip balm, and it's much more effective than a lot of commercial products that you find in the market. And it doesn't have any unnecessary ingredients in it as well, because a lot of lip balms have this fragrance and all that, which actually make the skin more irritated and also makes our lip dependent on them for constant use without actually giving enough benefit. So Vaseline does none of those bad things. It does only good things for the lips. Hack number 4 is its wound healing property. If you've got tiny cuts, nothing blood oozing kind of a cut or a deep cut, just a tiny one, Vaseline can really help. Vaseline is actually what's commonly used in the baby's bottom area as well when we change the nappy as a nappy cream. Vaseline is the most common product used as a nappy cream, and that's because of its wound healing ability. It heals the wounds without any risk of any allergic reactions. It creates a perfect healing environment, keeps the area moist enough for it to heal faster. This is actually what the dermatologists call the leapfrog effect, creating a condition for the skin, creating a protective barrier so that the skin cells heal faster. Hack number 5, as a budget eye cream. Just apply a tiny amount under the eyes, because under the eyes, skin often gets irritated and dry, very dry and dehydrated. So applying a tiny amount of Vaseline in that area, you'll wake up to a much more less drier and less irritated and less dehydrated skin. Hack number 6, you can use Vaseline to make your perfume long laster throughout the day, in fact. So use a small amount of Vaseline to your pulse point. These are your points around the back of the ears or your wrists or your hands, wherever you're going to spray that perfume. Now spray your perfume over the Vaseline, and Vaseline acts like a slow release system for your perfume. The petroleum jelly holds on to the fragrance oils and releases them gradually throughout the day. Just a a tiny amount of Vaseline would do for these pulse points. We don't need a huge amount of Vaseline so that it's a bit annoying. It's just a tiny amount would do the trick. And you know what? A lot of fragrances can actually irritate our skin. That's the truth. So by using Vaseline, we're kind of giving it a protective barrier as well. So that irritation that the fragrance can bring is considerably reduced or disappears completely because we've used Vaseline. Number 7, it's a natural exfoliation enhancer. You know the elbow area and the dark knees and all that, usually it is dark because of pigmentation, and also it's rough because of a lot of old cells as well. So both of them are causing that darkness in that area. So if you apply Vaseline in that area, you will notice that some of those old cells have shed. So this is not going to happen overnight, but consistent use, you will notice a difference. The way it works is it's actually not Vaseline which is getting rid of that unwanted cells and the cells which is causing that rough areas. What Vaseline is doing is making that area extra moisturized, and when the skin is super duper moisturized, it can actually shed away that unwanted cells itself, and that's what it actually is doing. Vaseline, it's boosting, it's enhancing that exfoliating process. It's not by itself exfoliating, but it's kind of making that exfoliation happen by moisturizing the skin. Before I sign off, I do want to talk about a couple of very common myths surrounding Vaseline. The first one is it actually clogs pores. Vaseline doesn't clog pores. It's not comedogenic. Comedogenic ingredients are the ones which can go and clog the pores. Enough studies have been done on Vaseline to show that it does not clog pores. What can, however, happen is if your skin is not clean and there is some dirt on the skin, or maybe you've used very harsh skincare ingredients and then you're topping it off with Vaseline, because Vaseline can form such a strong seal on whatever is underneath the skin. If there is something irritating on the skin, that is what is going to cause some breakouts on your skin, because it's got nowhere to escape once Vaseline is on top of it. That's why it's really important for us to make sure our face is clean and we use very simple hydrating ingredients on the skin and a simple moisturizer which doesn't have any fragrance or denatured alcohol, and then top it off with Vaseline. Otherwise it's going to trap unnecessary ingredients there, and these unnecessary ingredients is what's actually going to cause breakouts, not Vaseline. And the second myth is, isn't petroleum jelly? Vaseline is petroleum jelly. Isn't that toxic? Petroleum. It's all chemistry. First of all, everything is chemical. It's triple refined. Now think of water. You are not going to drink water from the swamp, but the same water, if it's refined, if it's coming out of your tap, you would drink that, right? So it's the same. This is a product which a lot of dermatologists use. Now, yeah, it's safe, very, very safe, and super duper powerful in what it actually can do for the skin. Good ways. And it's affordable. So what's not to like about Vaseline? That's about it. If you like this video, please give me a like and do subscribe to my channel. That'll really help me a lot, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.